Hola chicos, and welcome to another video. I'm Christian, and I moved to Spain. And this is Chris in Spain. And this time around, I will just make a little short video where I just chill a little bit with you guys. And I will also look a bit on the map of Madrid. And just a disclaimer, not every video will be like this. And you probably know already because you've probably seen some later videos, but if you think you've seen too much videos where I'm here on the computer and just here on the little webcam and you get afraid that most of my videos will be like this, it will not. There'll be a lot of videos where I will be in front of high quality camera in full size, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean. And where I will be walking around in beautiful places, hopefully in Spain, or I guess in Spain. I will get to Spain at some point, I really hope that at least. So when I get to Spain, there will be some videos where I walk around in Spain. I will try to show you a lot of Madrid, at least when I'm there. And of course, if I travel to other places, or more like when I travel to other places than Madrid, other cities, I will show you that too. But for now, I like to look at the map of Madrid, and that is easiest done when I'm here on the computer and you are with me. Instead of showing it in small clips, I will show you it real time. So really late now for some reason, for sometimes I hope so, not forever. Whatever. What the fuck? So this is a Madrid, or actually this is Madrid. Madrid city are like this, like the M50 here, and then to the mountain. That's how I understand it. So at least I'm pretty close to be true about this. And I know I have something here and don't know what it is. Oh, it's a university. I know someone going to this university and someone going to this university. So it's just in the outer rim of Madrid, and this is maybe outside Madrid city. But it's all Madrid region, like all you see here Madrid region. So we have some other cities here, smaller cities over here. And this is inside the M30, and that is where the real shit is happening. Many people will call this Madrid City, and some people that knows this is also Madrid will call it Madrid Centrum. But the centro also here, because Sol is also the centro. So this is the real center of Madrid, and this is also kind of the center of Madrid, because Madrid are so big. So why I'm zooming out when I'm trying to zoom in. So it's here we have a good map of Madrid. See M30 here, going around here and up here. So it's a bit of an oval shape. I'm not calling it ellipse. It's more like it's flat here. It doesn't matter. Little long, little tall. And the center is here in the bottom third. So it's weighted towards the bottom of it. And the big park is here. See how big it is. You don't believe how big this is. This could be a city for itself. It's one of the biggest parks in the world, I think, actually. It's not as big as New York. What do you call it? It has a real nice name that just makes sense. Main Park or something. You know what I'm talking about, the big park in New York. Central Park, of course, because it's in the center, so it's the Central Park of New York. Yeah, so that one, everybody knows, that's very big. I think it's a little bit bigger than this. It's maybe like this. Oh yeah. Then we have Plaza Mayor. We have to go closer. That's now it's very slow. Plaza Mayor is here. That's considered this real center, the center of the center. This is here, the central square, the biggest square in Madrid. And this is the central station. You can see there's also a quite big square. And then we have lots of small parks, and some you can't even see because there's so much nature that the whole map should actually be green. Which reminds me, we can actually change it to a more real time, what should we call it, more realistic picture here. So as you can see, oh, it's so fucking slow. I don't believe what maps is so slow. Like I have such a powerful computer, why can't I use my power to anything useful? So we have the square here. Oh, I'm very close. Oh, I'm inside the square. So you can see we have something going on here in the middle. It's not always like this, but when the picture was taken, it was like this. Some event, I think, or something like that. And then we have all the restaurants at the side here, and they have little terraces with some tables, so you can sit outside. They're very expensive and very rip-off. Expensive and bad food. I think there was one restaurant here that was actually good, and for some reason I haven't put it as my favorite. Haven't I? There was one here. Or this one. Yeah, I think this one is the one. Only good restaurant at Plaza Mayor. I have heard from some native people that have tried them all. And for some reason it looks like, when you said it here, that it's not even on Plaza Mayor, but it's just close by. But I saw it in a video on YouTube, and it should be here in the corner. So I think it just maps that's a bit confused about where the restaurant actually is. Maybe it's big, maybe it's all the building, maybe it's also here, maybe it goes all the way. I don't know. Enough about Plaza Mayor. We also have the main station here. I think this is here the meter zero is. There's something called the meter zero, which is the main point of Madrid. The main point of all of Spain, I think. Kilometer zero is called kilometer zero, and it's just a single plat. It's like a 1 by 1 meter. I think it's like a 1 square meter of metal they have put down in the ground. Like, instead of a tile, they put this metal thing down where it's just say kilometer zero and maybe something else. And it looks very boring, or sounds very boring for most tourists, I believe, but all actually something I'm very interested in. Like in the in France, in Frankry, the France in France, we start over. Forget it. In France, they have this called the original meter. That's a 1 meter bar put in the wall. So that's exactly length of a meter. The original meter had exactly this length, and everything else are actually wrong. But we have changed the definition now, so it's actually not right. However, it's a long story. I have another YouTube video about that on my other channel. And also in France, we have the original kilo, but that is closed in because kilo is about the weight, and weight can change very rapidly when you change the condition. So you cannot have people looking at it. It will actually change the weight. It's complicated. So it's very precise. So it's locked in. No people are allowed to see it. But the 1 meter bar is not so complicated. It's length, and the length you can tip off, but it's made it's made in a very smart way. So it's not easy to fuck with it, if you know what I mean. And also it's not the central part of our unit. So if people change it, it will not fuck the world up. Because we have a new definition, it has nothing to do with that, so you can look at it, and it doesn't matter if you change it. So you can go look at that, and I will do that, and I have been in France like 2 or 3 times now, and I have not done it. And I'm very sad I haven't done it. So when I get to Madrid, I will for sure go and look at the kilometer zero. Because I really like that, and it's the central part of Spain. It's so clever because Madrid is the central part of Spain, and then they have made the actual central square meter of Spain. That's amazing. But the idea about the kilometer zero is that it's where every road starts. As you can see, every road goes from here. Like, every road goes to Rome. Well, not in Spain. Then every road goes to kilometer zero in Madrid. So it's where you can go to every place. And also the main station is here, so you can take trains to everywhere in Spain. You can take a road to everywhere in Spain. It's very nice and interesting, I think, and very boring for most people. And yeah, we have the. I'm very sorry. I'm fucking so much around with the Zoom right now. But we have just been here at the station, and this is Plaza Mayor. And Butin is the oldest restaurant in the world. They're still open. The currently oldest restaurant in the world is almost 300 years old. In like 8 years or something, it will be that. And for some reason I can't. That's the one we have. Then we have Casa Tony, maybe the best tapas bar in the world. Some people that have tried it say that at least. You can see it have a lot of stars, good rating, but also extremely cheap. It cannot be any cheap. It's the cheapest dollar sign you can put in Google Maps. So it can be the cheapest place in the world, but also can be the best one. You can see the star, and it has 2,500 reviews, and it's 4.5 with that many reviews, and it still holds 4.5, even though some haters are giving it 1 or 2 maybe, and it still holds 4.5. That means thousands of people are giving it 5 stars. So it's amazing food you will get there. You cannot go wrong by going to there. But we also have the Parc de Retiro, the biggest park in Spain. I'm not sure in Spain. I think it is the biggest in Spain, but at least the biggest in Madrid. And we have this very big lake. Like it's many apartment buildings, as you can see, many streets. It's like 5 streets in the length, and 1 street. What do we call one street thing in the width, or 2, 1.5, 2 in the width. It's amazing how big it is, and see how many roads there is, and nature. You could live in Madrid for a year, go take a walk in Parc de Retiro every single day, not go on the same route, at least not try to go a new place every day, and you will not even be able to see it all. I believe that. But again, we have lots of other parks. I think this is not a park. I think this is some tennis area thing. I'm not sure what it is actually. It's very straight, very grassy. It's something sports thing going on here. We also have the big arena, the Real Madrid arena. No, their home. I don't know what you call it in English. I don't watch sports, but you have your home. Every football team have a home in their own city, like their own play area, and this is Real Madrid's. I'm not sure if this one. No, it's not. This is like an Olympic thing. This is for other sports, so this is not the football thing. And also now I try to use my I can't remember what it's called. I try to use my memory. You can see my memory is really bad, but you can't remember the word for memory. Then you don't have a good memory. But I think it's like up here in the northeast. I will see if I can find it. No, that's not it. No, I don't know. I don't know where it is. This is that football? It could be this one, but it looks quite small. No, there's also some Olympic thing going on here. And they have this straight 100 meters too. Okay, so no, it's not there. It should be really big, like the biggest in the world or something. It should be here, right? Maybe it's outside. It could be. This is a park. Oh, this looks nice. What is this? Now I'm just going crazy. I have not planned any of this. I'm just looking. I also have to learn something, not only you know? So now we look at a big park. I don't know where this is and what it is, but it's very round. There's some road here, and the road are actually going underground here, as you can see, and it comes up again. No, that's not what happens. Wait, what actually happened? No, the turn. Oh, you turn here and then you go this little. Okay, I don't know what is happening here, but it looks very nice, very interesting. I have to go see this. Ria del Park Juan. Oh, it's the Park Juan Carlos, and this is the Rio, for some reason called Ria instead of Rio, but I know it's the Rio going. It's the flood sea lake. What is it called? River. There it was. It's river. It's with the same letter. It's R. Both of them start with an R, and I couldn't remember it's called river in English. Like my memory is so bad. How the fuck I can't speak. At least I remember it, but why I remember it so late? I just minced different words and hope I catch it at some point. It makes no sense. Oh, I think this is the airport. There it is, Aeropuerto Adolfo. I think this is the main airport. I think this is where I will arrive. I'm still sick, by the way, so sorry. Hope the microphones are not killing your ears. This is another park. Interesting, very strange looking. Very lot going on here, especially. And what is this? Different squares. This is very interesting. Like it's like we have a country here and another country here, and this is like an ice thing going on. Is it a zoo? This is like a Sahara desert thing. This is just red, and this is normal green. And this is two, but with different rows. And this is two, but with circles. What the fuck is going on? It's for sure something made for fun. Made to Las Terrazas, they're called. Okay, 5 stars. Okay, 1 review. So easy to get 5 stars. That's strange. A labyrinth. Or a maze, as some people call it. Laberinto. Oh, I can see. Interesting. Funny. Okay, this is an. I'm not calling it an amusement park, but it is for sure a park made to amuse people a bit. And very big, like extreme. I think it's bigger than Parc de Retrio. Like it's here. That's for sure is. See, Parc de Retrio is like here. And this is like this, so it's bigger. So no, that's the biggest part in Spain, but it's the biggest part in main Madrid city, close to like very close to okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. And this looks like a big park too. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? There's a little lake too. I don't know. Lots of things are going on in Madrid. And this is outside the M30. So, oh my god, I'm zooming too aggressively. This is outside the M30. There's these parks here I've been looking at. Juan Carlos and the one up here with the terraces. Or Juan Carlos was it? I don't know. I don't remember. Lots of things are going on. But I will mainly be inside the M30, I guess. I will for sure travel out here because it looks fun. And it's not that long when you take a metro or some trains or something like that. You can see Madrid are pretty much like you don't even know where you are. It looks like the same. See, we have some houses, and if I can zoom out without doing it aggressively, don't read my text. See, that was pretty aggressively acted, but as you can see, Madrid's so extreme big. This is just the M30, and we have like the M50. It's so extreme how big it is. And see, if you zoom in, we see lots of apartments. Like you cannot even see the humans yet. You have to zoom more in. This is the humans. So this is one street. Can barely be on my screen right now. Zoom out a little bit aggressively. Then you see one block. You cannot even see the humans more. This is one block. Fairly big. It will take a couple of minutes to go this. And now we have this like we're like 15 minutes here. You could spend a full day walking around here, and we have all this. So much. You will be a long way from the center. You'll not be able to make it to the center by walking from here. That will be more than an hour. Multiple hours maybe. Don't do this. Don't speak to me when I'm making videos. So that lots of things going on here. We have the Universidad. This is actually a specific universidad. It's called Universidad Complutense de Madrid. It's a very popular one, very big one. It's the UCM. It's called. I'm going to this one, Universidad Politécnica de Madrid, UPM. And this is my specific one up here. So all of this is called the Ciudad de Universitaria. Yeah. So it's the city of universities. And it's not a city, it's inside, it's even inside the M30, so straight inside Madrid. Not even close to the outer rim of Madrid. But it's just what it's called because all universities, nearly all universities, are located here. So all of these green areas are owned universities and space between universities and parks connected to universities. So university area. There's not anything else than universities there, pretty much. But there's some train station, metro station, bus stations. A lot of metro stations close to the different university buildings in there. So it's still like quite easy to get there. So that's nice. And then we have the northern part of Madrid here, with still lots going on, and it's very close to universidades, the universities. So this is where you can spend some time if you're going to the university. You can go here, go to some restaurants here. You can go in the if you got some free time from the university, you can go with your friends here and enjoy the city a bit, enjoy some food. There'll be a lot to do up here too. And Tetuan will be a very nice place to live if you went to these universities. Again, my friends don't go to universities in this part. For some reason, it's only me that goes to this part. that's the most popular. Again, 80% of universities are here, but I happen to meet a lot of people that don't go here. So my roommates don't go here. My roommates go to other universities outside Madrid or even in the center. I know some people going here too. Here there are some pretty nice tapas bars too, but more local outside M30, some way more quiet area. And there's also some very nice things going on up here. Again, lots of tapas bars. Like, you cannot stand on 1 square meter in Madrid without being able to see a tapas bar from where you're standing. That will not be possible. So there's lots of tapas bars in Madrid. Some are good, some are bad. I will argue that none of them are bad, but some of them are just so amazing that other one feels bad compared to them. But I think they start by good. I think not even okay. I think they start from good and go to amazing, and then to best in the world. That's just my expectation, and I really love Spanish food, so that helps. So you can make Spanish food in a bad way, and I will still love it because Spanish food in general is just nice. If they made some boring food I don't like, and they made it very bad, then I will throw up. So that's how it works. So it makes sense. I will love everything here, and I'm pretty sure I will not go wrong with so often, at least with most of the places here. But I like eating good, and especially for the price. So I like to search for the cheapest place and the best places, and I speak to some locals, and I speak to someone living in Madrid for a long time, and hear their recommendations, and I want to go to the places they say are the best. To experience it for myself and see if I agree, and I will also discover some new places. I will choose for myself what I think is best. But I'm very much looking forward to my time in Madrid, and especially exploring the city and walking around by myself and see it firsthand, see how big it is, because I can show here on the map that it's quite big. But again, without being there, I can't really get it into my head how big it actually is. I know it's bigger than Copenhagen in Denmark, but it's smaller than the island of Sjælland in Denmark. So that's the island where Copenhagen is located, and the island where my city is located. But from my city, for example, and to Copenhagen, that's 17 kilometers. That's pretty much the length of Madrid here, or something like that. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's actually pretty much from M30 to M30 or something like that. Or maybe it was another height. I think it was 17 kilometers was mixing some. There was some length in Madrid that was actually 17 kilometers too, I believe. But I have forgot what it was. But what I'm saying is, from my city to Copenhagen, it will still be in Madrid. Like, it's hard to imagine, because Copenhagen are quite big, I think, because the biggest city in Denmark, the biggest cities I go to often. But the number of cities that between my city and Copenhagen, it's not the city besides Copenhagen. There are lots of cities in the middle of these two cities, and even though all of these cities could fit inside Madrid, so it is very much bigger than the cities I'm used to, and it will for sure be the biggest city I've ever visited, because I have visited Berlin. That's quite big too, bigger than Copenhagen, but it's not amazingly much bigger. The population is very much bigger, but Madrid are even bigger than Berlin. And I have been to Rome in Italy. I will not call that a big city. It doesn't feel big. It's for Italy, it's very civilized, but not like the most high-tech city you will ever see. Either, so it doesn't get this very big city feeling from being there, and the size of it is not that big. What have I been? I have been to Paris in France, and to be honest, it's not that big either. It's just big. It's quite big, but it's not that big. Madrid are bigger than all of these capitals. I think London. There was something about London that's quite big too. I think London was actually bigger in the sheer size, or then it was only population that was bigger, or one of the things was bigger. London are pretty comparable to Madrid in the size aspect, at least. But apart from that, Madrid are basically the biggest center in Europe. I'm not sure, I haven't checked it fully, but I think I'm right when I'm saying it's quite close, and in some way it is. However, it is amazingly big and is totally different. And it like Barcelona is looking quite. Barcelona is the second biggest city in Spain and very popular, maybe even more popular than Madrid, very known all over the world. And the squares and the apartment blocks, the roofs of the buildings are looking the same in Barcelona, so you can zoom in, and no matter where you zoom in, it looks the same. So it's shaped a bit different than Madrid, but also looking the same, but also has a beat. Madrid doesn't. So apart from that, it's looking pretty much the same, because Madrid is also looking pretty much the same when you go around. Like, try to figure out this. You don't really have anything to go from in this picture, don't you? I actually got so used to Madrid now that I kind of know the squares. Like, these are very vertical lines, but these are not vertical, as you can see, and these are very square. These are a different shape, so I can easily see on these squares here. I can go around here, and I'm pretty sure that this is Chambéry. And now I accidentally zoomed more in, but I can zoom out again. And yeah, I was right, it's Chambéry. So I didn't plan this, I just zoomed in a total random place in Madrid, and I could actually see what neighborhood I was in. I was in Chambéry, because I know the straight lines of Chambéry, and how besides Chambéry, or actually it's Chambéry too, but the east side of Chambéry has these vertical lines. So I have looked so much at apartment and just the map of Madrid that I know the shape of the roads now. I can do it again, and yeah, I'm here again, very close to Chambéry. This is Chambéry. Yeah, it's quite easy when you zoom in the same place as you've done before. I'm Chambéry again. East side of Chambéry again. I can just guess Chambéry every time, and you will believe it, right? But wrong way. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, whatever. That's it. I think this is what I got for this time. Now I'm not even talking about anything. I'm just making boring noises. What do I talk about? It makes no sense. I talk with words. But the next time, if I continue this video any more minutes, I will end up just making boring noises. I cannot speak anymore. Can you see? This is too long of a video because I can't speak anymore. But yeah, I'm just rambling about random shit now. So let me stop the video while I can, and say like it if you like it, and subscribe for more videos about Madrid, I guess. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.